something you won't kiss and tell. Yeah, I got her screaming out that OMG. I swear, I beat that pussy like I'm out of jail.
What's good? What's good? What's good, people? How y'all doing on this good Sunday, NFL Sunday? How y'all doing today, man?
Can't complain.
Feeling right, brother.
Good, pretty good.
Feeling right. Okay. Listen, I'm gonna hop right into it. I ain't gonna waste time. I know some other people got some other things to do here. A lot of topics today is gonna be on just your belief, religion, and kind of in that area. Before I get started, go ahead and introduce yourself, man. I got somebody new here I never had. I've been on his show, but you can go ahead and introduce yourself. Let them know what you got going on, man.
Hey, what's up? This is Old Man Ali from the Schwebel Room, schwebelroom.com. Just coming in, drop a little shit with the homies.
That's a bet. What's a bet? What you got for us, man?
B-Mac, Brandon McCullum. Live out here in California from Ohio. And just representing for the homie, Mr. Bendova. So, yeah.
Don't forget the bid. Can't forget the bid. What you got going on, Kiki? You looking unstable today. What's going on, babe? What you got going
unstable.
on?
Man, I'm unstable to the motherfucker. Ain't shit working, but I'm making it do. What's good with y'all? Ain't got much going on. We about to see what this spirituality, religion, just belief, and what's going on in these days right now. That's what we're gonna be talking about today.
I'm gonna read this deep throat letter. Somebody sent me a letter. I always read these letters people send to me. And it is the title of it. She had wrote, he or she, I can never know. It says, "Is God real?" And wrote a letter on how she feel about stuff. I'm gonna read this and I'm gonna get y'all inputs on this. All right. It go like this. It says, "I'm having a hard time believing in anything. I've always done the right thing, and it's getting me nowhere. I've tried church. I've tried seeking any higher power. I'm mentally and physically drained. It's like I'm a magnet for problems and any form of bad/evil that passes my way. I was told to pray, fast, and believe. Maybe God doesn't like me or he just doesn't exist. Or maybe whatever is controlling this vessel wanted to experience this trauma I'm having. When it rains, it pours, and I haven't seen the sunshine in years. This has to be a generational curse." That was kind of deep. What y'all feel about that letter, man? Do you have any input on it or anything you can probably tell this person? Any information on that?
I would. No, go ahead.
You go ahead. That's fine.
No, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, for one, I'd like to know how old she is, because obviously, with age, you tend to experience a lot more things. I know, it's whatever people can deal with, but when you've been there and done that, that means that you've rolled with the punches. That's why people celebrate your birthdays, because it's another year of you dealing with the drama that you're dealing with. So if she's younger, all that can stem from what's going on in her household, how she's been taught, also how her spirituality is. But if you come into a bind where you feel like you because you've gone through so much that you don't believe in God, I think at that point it's a more of a self thing, because we are basically, I would say, we're made to have to deal with problems. And if you're African American, it seems to be like problems are even more intense. So your support factor, your mental state. But lastly, I just don't think, because even in the Bible, there's trials and tribulations that's going on there. So it really isn't any different. It was never said that if you believe in God and if God is there, that everything is going to work out for you. It's just not even what it says in the Bible.
You got anything you want to tap in on that, Ali?
Yeah, man. Just from the letter itself, man, it sounds like she's valuing the wrong things. and she didn't understand her purpose. So, if God does exist, if there is a supreme being somewhere in there, snapping his fingers at every fucking thing that matters in your life, I don't think he has the same value system as she does. It sounds like she's having a problem keeping up with the Joneses. You know what I mean? And if she's doing that, then she doesn't realize her purpose on this planet. And it's just to exist.
Freezing up.
Here, you'll be back. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah. You're just man, and you'll be back multiple times. Yeah, there's nothing to it. You're a recyclable soul, So start looking into Buddhism.
Yeah. Gotcha. What you feel about that letter, Kiki?
I would just say, like, right now she's questioning what she believes in, if you ask me. I would just seek, that's like self-search. Seek and see what comes to you. You know what I mean? Because there's a lot of people that's religious. There's a lot of people that's spiritual. There's a lot of people that believe a lot of different things. She has to find what works for her. And age does play, like he said, age does play a big factor. And I also like what Ali said as well, because you have to be careful of putting materialistic things and situations on a higher power, because I believe that his vision for us is way different than what we have for ourselves.
I feel like this.
I'm sorry, am I freezing, y'all?
No, you're not freezing on our end.
Okay.
From the letter with me personally, and going through life with different things, I kind of agree with Old Man Ali on certain things. I believe the soul never dies; it's recyclable. But I also believe that anytime a soul comes back, he picks and chooses what vessel he wants to come into and what he wants to experience for whatever reason. Why the soul keeps coming back and being recycled. That's how I feel on it. So when a soul enters a vessel, it makes the vessel alive, right? And so now you're dealing with a flesh thing, and you're dealing with an inner vessel, which you don't really know. If you're not tapped into yourself, you don't even know what your spiritual journey is anyways. You know what I'm saying? That's how I feel on it. So the flesh is experiencing one thing, but the soul is experiencing another. So that's my take on it. I don't really know what information to give. But like you say, hey, I don't know what the higher power may want you to experience and while you're going through it. It's just, to me, it's just part of life. You know what I'm saying?
I also think that, again, the society has a lot to do with the lifestyle and the mindset of most people. So, I mean, the things that these people are experiencing now, like the bullying, is nothing compared to how it used to be back in the day. Just how technology and how things are, it's kind of like what you're adapting to, or what is this. So if people don't like your pictures, then it's the end of the world for you, versus back in the day where people were more, they just dealt with things, and you're a lot more stronger. So now I don't know what dimension these people are going. Like I said, a lot of psychological problems. That's why there's a lot of craziness. People going into schools and killing people just because of the psychology of it. So they do that. And I don't know if you guys know today, unfortunately, that the Green Ranger died today from suicide. It's a lot of it's psychological, but I do believe that no matter, you still need to believe in something. I believe in God, but I believe that you need to believe in something, because you need something to get you. You need to believe in something that's more than you. Because a lot of times when you're dealing with you, or when you're dealing with people, you can kind of disappoint yourself or live in this.
But that's because, before I move to the next question, that's because expectations, right? Expectations leads to failure real quick. Like, so a lot of people are told, you go to church, You pay your tithes, you do good to people, good things happen to you. Not all the time. It doesn't work like that, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's what a lot of people, black people, are raised on, this type of symmetric system. You do good, do things good to people, good things happen to you. Nah, bro, that don't happen like that. Just because I go out and bless the streets and shit don't mean good is going to be bestowed upon me and shit like that. That shit don't work like, it doesn't work like, I mean, that's me. That's how I feel. It doesn't just work like that. But the mind plays tricks on you. As soon as something good happened, you think because I did a good deed, that's the reason why it happened. It's just things just happen the way they happen, dog. That's my take on it. You know what I'm saying?
Especially if you're out there doing good deeds to get a good deed. Like, what is that?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, that means you're not an empath. You don't even care about what you're doing. You're doing it for monetary value or material. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah,
Right.
question, and I agree with what you're saying, but in that same realm, do y'all believe in karma?
I do.
Well, you
I do.
create your own realities, you know. So your eyes are just an extension of your brain, and everything you experience is a hallucination, technically. So everything you put out into this realm that you've created is there. So yeah, it comes back. That's just the nature of things. You know, if you create it, it's there.
Gotcha. Let me bounce to the next question because I can't wait to hear your old man Ali answer on this. Boom.
Oh,
I'm always
Ali.
old man. That's his name, right? You go by old man Ali, right? Am I tripping?
It's
Is it?
a wonderful name.
Okay, it looks different, but check this out. Time or thought? I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna get deep into the religion shit. Time or thought? What was here first, and what's your reasoning behind your answer?
Time or thought?
Yeah, Ali, I want my guy to go. I want the people to go. Yeah, I want to hear your answer first, real quick.
Yeah.
Time or thought? I'm not catching the question. You know,
What was here first? What you believe here was first? Was time here or was the thought here first?
I have no clue, man. You know, I'm almost to a point in life where I'm thinking all this shit is simulated. You know, so
Damn, I feel you on that.
yeah. Seriously, you know, it's none of this stuff makes sense. But with that being said, of course, the thought had to come first, you know, because you can't create something else without, you know, being on the outside of it. So that's it. I mean, but you know, that goes to saying that there's a divine being, and then, you know, snap of his fingers 6 days later,
Right.
you know, that whole,
Right.
you know, which I believe is complete nonsense. You know, I think it was cavemen trying to explain some shit that they couldn't. And then it being bastardized from just the abuse of power over the years. You know, we have the people that actually killed Christ, you know, that put together the Bible, you know what I mean? And then here we have that shit used as slavery to get us all, you know, and then here we are still preaching this same lie. And we all know it's a lie. Well, I'm sorry. Don't mean to disrespect anybody, but I think the thought came first, but I think everything that we pay for in our times is a lie. You know, that answer that they give us is just as made up as anything I can create myself, you know. So yeah.
What you think, Brandon? I was just asking that question to get to these other questions I have, so that's why I was asking what you thought Lee was here for. I mean, that's
Yeah, and you guys, like, you have, this is like open, like there is no judgment here. Whatever you feel, speak on, because religion is a touchy subject, and it is something that if you don't have an open mind, some people can get mad at other people's answers, but we are open here.
Go ahead, B Mac. What you believe was here first? The thought or the time?
I mean, it depends on how you look at it. If you're a religious person, that's one answer. And then if you're not, you it's kind of a bit of both. If you're a religious person, and I believe if you believe in God, time hadn't started yet that he created. But if not, then I guess you can say thought and time kind of happen at the same time, because at the time of the thought, that's when the clock started. So it's kind of like simultaneously. Sorry, I had a gummy earlier.
Yeah, stay off them gummies, bro. He love them edibles and shit. How you feel on that Kiki? Time or thought?
I would say thought. If I had to answer, I would just say thought.
And what's your reasoning behind that?
Because, like, you have to have a thought for time to be here. You know what I mean? Like, somebody had to think it.
Mm-hmm.
That's my reasoning. That's the only way I can answer.
I always ask that question. It always starts an argument, you know what I'm saying, in barbershops, especially religion and that. But it's just always said, thought time is just what it is. Time was created anyways. I mean, stuff is just here. But now to capture time through pictures, videos, and a thought that makes an event happen. So events make things happen. Thoughts make things, creates time. Time is just what it is. What is time? You know what I'm saying? We created a whole time system. We don't know what the fuck really what year it is and what month it is. We just going off something that was created. You know what I'm saying? So time has always been here. So like I'm kind of with Brandon too. It's kind of like it can go both ways. You know what I'm saying? But back we were talking to the other day, Kiki, like everything has a creator, right? So who created the creator? And so when you keep getting deeper and deeper in things, it's like this shit is like mind fucking boggling. Like, so everything just started from one person, like the fucking damn, I can't what's the shit when she got the voice behind something and shit, like who created the voice and shit, like, you know what I'm saying? So this shit can go on and on and on. It's like it's really a headache when you actually get into this shit. But yeah, my answer was thoughts too, because I feel like thought creates time. You know what I'm saying? Even if you want to go biblically, Brandon, when nothing was there, everything was void. You know what I'm saying? He said this happened, then that happened, so that took place. If you want to go biblically, but you know what I'm saying? So,
and I think to your question, who created the creator? I say the creator created the creator. Because like I said, huh? What did you say?
Created him? You said the creator created the creator, but who created the creator created the creator?
Hey, yeah.
What if we just kept going?
If there was no God, we'd have to create one. What if he's running with the same rules?
I mean, everything starts from one. It doesn't start from zero, right? So in order for us to have what we have, it had to been a start. So there's certain things that just has to be canceled out. If you were to base it, there's certain things that are bigger than science, because science, they don't have they don't really have a foundation. It's theory, and they hypothesize from logic and whatever they use. But I just believe that you have to start from one. Something like for our bodies to do what it does at the time that it does it, how if we're sick and how it just naturally knows how to do that. You have to have someone that knows how to program that. And the Bible mentions that, we're of his image. So then he would know what would work. And that's why we can function the way that we do. It didn't come, it had to come from something. So no one really will say, but the only logical thing that we can say, well, at least that I believe, is that there had to have been the one that started it, which is God.
I got you. I'm gonna move on. Keep moving. Right? Wait.
Well, no, I mean, science can explain it. When you start looking at quantum mechanics and so forth, quirks can be in all places and no place at the same time. You get enough of them together, then they create an atom. So and there you have something with mass that can create gravity, that creates space, because space and time are the same thing. So space time. So there you have the beginning of everything.
And that's what I
accordingly.
was telling Kiki the other day. Just knowing, mixture of certain things getting put together at one time created something. For whatever happened out in the atmosphere, if you want to go there between carbon and atoms and whatever, something swirled together. This is what I'm kind of on to. I'm kind of half and half. Something got put together for something to start something. Because like nothing just gonna believe in something just up in the sky said, I want to start life today. Like that shit is mind boggling and it's behooving to me. You know what I'm saying? And I grew up in the church, bro. But I noticed with church folks, you can't ask certain questions. There's certain questions they can't even answer. But it can be answered scientifically, though. It can be breaking down in that realm. It's just when you go start reading the Bible, Brandon, you was raised in the church, me too. But when you really look at them stories and certain, the Bible will drive you crazy because the Bible will say, believe this, right? But the same thing you would have to believe in the Bible when you're in church. But another man come to you and say the same thing, you will look at him like he's fucking crazy. You know what I'm saying?
To
And
me,
so
that's why.
Go ahead.
I don't know. Religion is kind of
That's my next
crazy.
question, Kiki. Let me get there. That's my next question. Boom. What's the difference between being religious and being spiritual? Because some people say I'm religious, and some people say no, I'm spiritual. What's the difference in that? Go ahead, Kiki.
I'm gonna go ahead since I was about to talk on it anyway. See, religion to me is man-made. It is a tactic to keep us another tactic to keep us divided as people. You know what I mean? Whereas me, I'm spiritual because I believe that there is a higher power, because I'm talking to somebody when I'm in my head and I have all these feelings, and I've experienced things like, I guess I'm going to say spiritually, like where people say there's demons, there's angels, there's spirits and stuff like that. I totally believe in, I guess I would call it a realm like that, because to me, like, there has to be a higher power, because like there just has to be. You know what I mean? Like all the questions, like you guys got my mind like kind of blown right now, because it's just like me, I guess you would call me the open person, because I'm searching for my path and what I should believe in, and I'm reading up on things that's kind of like now making sense. Whereas I grew up as a Seventh-day Adventist, so there is so many things that I question, like, okay, like a certain day, like, okay, the seventh day, which is Saturday, but some people believe that it's Sunday. You know what I mean? It's so many things that can get your mind crazy. So I guess my basic thing is the difference between religion and spirituality is that it's man-made, and spiritual is of this world, spiritual. You know what I'm saying? Like, just spiritual.
I would say the difference between religious and spiritual is religion being people being connected to people, and spiritually is where people are connected to God or the supernatural.
I like that answer.
Yeah.
You just have better words than me.
You've been to school, haven't you? You've been to school.
No, I just been through life, man. Just been through life.
Yeah, man.
Stress. Been through a lot of stress.
I got you.
It'll take you there.
You got anything on that, Ali?
Hey man, I think there's a hustle behind one of them. So that's the big difference, is that one is monetized heavily. And they still haven't dealt with the sex cults that the shit began with. There's still raping kids in every church, but you know, they'll go and boycott an abortion clinic, but not a pastor, you know. Yeah, yeah, I think being religious is a perversion of spirituality.
I got you. I got you. I never understood all the denominations if y'all all trying to seek the same thing anyways. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm Primitive Baptist, right? Primitive Baptist is a church that does everything according to the Bible. Like some churches don't wash feet. Some churches don't do this. Like Primitive Baptist does everything the Bible says. It causes a lot of division in it too. It's been more killings and deaths behind religion than anything. A lot of people don't know that, but it's more deaths in that seeking whoever this higher power is in Jesus and all that. So lately, man, I don't know, man. I'm like Brandon. I was raised in the church down here. My grandparents, my grandfather was my pastor, my uncle my pastor, my auntie's an evangelist and all this. And it's hard when you're trying to believe in something, but it's not changing anything. You know what I'm saying? I'd be like, damn, like if he got all this power, like why is certain things just taking place? You're trying to tell me this person has the power just to stop this and do this, but it doesn't happen. Why innocent kids getting sex trafficking? Why innocent kids getting killed? If you have the power to intervene and just say, boom, stop that shit, you know what I'm saying? But then again, they'll say, well, these things are in the Bible, so everything in the Bible has to take place. You know what I'm saying? It's just, I get lost in it, but then I'm going to say this too. I had certain situations where like, bruh, something intervened for this not to happen. And I would never come in here and lie and say, you can call it a coincidence. And I had too many of them where I felt something grabbed me on something. Why I knew I was supposed to fall over and get fucked up or whatever the case, or why that gun didn't go off, or why that spot I was at when I just left, it got shot up. You know what I'm saying? It's the unknown and unexplained sometimes will drive you fucking crazy. So it's like, I'm kind of straddling the fence on things, but I'm gonna tell you like one thing my grandfather always told me is it's better to have it and don't need it and need it and don't have it. So like, what are you losing looking into something? You know what I'm saying? That might be true. You know what I'm saying? And so that's where I'm kind of at with it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not religious, or I don't know if I can say spiritual because I feel like they both kind of go hand in hand, because at the end of the day, religion and being spiritual, you're trying to connect with some form of God or how.
I was going to say real quick that you wouldn't even have it a chance to be religious because of what you would do downstairs.
You told my business now. So yeah.
Hold on, wait.
It's like
no, but like, can I say before we get away from the Bible? Can I say something about the Bible? Like, I'm kind of conflicted when it comes to the Bible. One, because like when I read it, sometimes I'm like, hold on, like, okay. Let me give you an example. Like when you're younger, you hear about Cain and Abel, and you hear about Adam and Eve, and you know what I'm saying? It's just this long, extravagant story. And then when you actually go and read about it, it's like they tell you the story within like maybe, let's say 3 stanzas. Like, you know what I mean? I'm like, hold on, well, what happened to them? How did they get over here? And how did more people come? Like, and then what scares me about the Bible is that the Bible that I read is a King James version, and he also has a version of demonology. And if it's a version of the Bible, I think they call it the Torah. Like, why don't we have that? You know what I mean? And I like to say, tap on what Ali said, because to me, that Bible was here to lead the slaves into bondage. You know what I mean? Because they didn't, when the slaves came over, they were not following the Bible. They made they would take I guess like an Uncle Tom slave, teach him to read and put it on his people. it wasn't even the slaves. Slaves wasn't even into religion.
It was
You know what I
spiritual.
mean?
It was
Yeah,
spiritual
that part.
people.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Like connects. Like to me, I just think that people are we're all connected in this space that we're in. Like, you know what I mean? But instead of us being all connected, there's something there, maybe like an entity that's keeping us from even seeing how connected we are. You know what I mean? I believe that we are powerful beings and we are very limited in thinking when we're put on this earth to be unlimited, if that makes sense.
I got you. I got you. Hey, I got I'm gonna get to the next question and I'm gonna get to an icebreaker and that'll be it, brother. I'm gonna go to this. Curse, right? do you believe the black race is cursed with some type of curse? Because some black people don't even believe slavery even happened. They believe that's just some made up stuff. So that's my question. Do you believe the black race is cursed? Brandon, go ahead. I want to hear your answer.
First, I mean, I've heard stories that black people are God's chosen people. So in that regards, you would then, I don't know, some people would say that we are. I think that we basically, because we didn't, if we were cursed, then I would assume then that we would have started cursed, right? But things happened where things were taken from us, and then it's just been a constant cycle of horribleness. So I don't think we're actually cursed. I just think that everything was taken from us, and it's, again, a lot of things are psychological as well too. A lot of times we have kind of been brainwashed in a lot of ways, and that's why some people would probably use religion as a brainwash in a sense. But in this regards, I think we're brainwashed because we feel now that, the white man is better than us or whatever the case may be, and we battle each other. We're always in competition with each other versus helping each other. They've brainwashed and disprogrammed our minds to feel this way. So it's just been constant, all of this happening, and then we start to realize, oh, we actually do have power because we've done this and we can do this. But it's a system now that we're in, a system of order for an agenda, and that's kind of the circumstance. So cursed, I don't believe it's cursed, because I think that things were good at first until this happened. It's just we haven't been able to get out of the scenario.
I got you. What's your take on that, Ali?
Nah, I don't think we're cursed at all. I think that we outnumber everyone. No matter where you go, you will see a black face. And we only pay attention to us and people that look like us. So, when you talk about being cursed, there's white niggas in Eastern Europe, they ain't balling. You know what I mean? They living in some fucked up conditions just like we are. But we don't pay attention to it because they don't look like us. They don't, it doesn't remind you of grandma, it doesn't remind you of granddad, I think we just have a very narrow view on what oppression is, because we're feeling it and we can't pay attention to anyone else. But in all reality, no, we're not cursed. We're just the majority of the planet, and just where we're at right now.
Why do you think we go through so much as a people then? Like,
I think everybody
understand,
goes through shit as a people. I mean, like,
I know everybody goes through something, but it's just like, it seemed like black people are targeted.
Well, I mean, we're everyone. Like, if you look at the world and you say, where are the melanated people at and where are the non-melanated people at? Like, if you're going to call everybody that's melanated black, we're everywhere. You know what I mean? Well, when we talk about black people or black Americans, they come up with this fucked up number where it's like 14% of the population. Yeah, it's because when everybody else comes over, you know, they count as white people. So they're not in those statistics. You know, they're not counting these Indians that are black as us. You know what I mean? They're not counting these Pacific Islanders that are Negroes. You know what I mean? They're not counting the black folks that are coming from the Caribbean side of Costa Rica. You know, like we're everywhere. And for some odd reason, we've allowed everyone to divide us into small groups, and then we're all trying to play the favorite. You know, it's bullshit. We are all the same people.
Right. He answered my question. Check this out. I'm glad we had you on the show. Check this out, right? I've always said that they come up with these old bullshit censored numbers and shit like that. First of all, everything comes from black. If you don't know that by now, you learned that in fucking kindergarten. You can't create any other color without putting black in it. You know what I'm saying? So that's first of all. And I'm gonna get to this. Like you say, they always, even when you fill out your paperwork, right, it'll say, are you Hispanic, right? So you hit Hispanic. But then it say, are you white or black Hispanic? Like, what the fuck is a white matter? Hispanic? Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? But it does matter to the numbers, because if they put Hispanic, then put white next to it, because their skin color is not black, because you do have white people who look Hispanic, but they're going to put Hispanic, they're going to put white. That automatically put them with white people. So black people always outnumber the other people, right? And so most when you get scared, it's tactics you use when you get scared. They already knew, white people already knew they was outnumbered. So this is when I go to, was slavery a choice? You got mad at me about that, right?
I did.
You did.
I didn't get mad. I just very passionate.
But slavery was a choice. Listen, bro, it was a choice. Listen, bro, it was way. You gotta think about it. It was way more people on a plantation, more black people on a plantation than it was white folks. Even when they came and got them. So now we want to go to where they had all these weapons and stuff, all that stuff like that. But that's a whole other topic for another day. Cause I know.
No, don't take my answers and skim over it. Goddamn it.
But yes. So when you see, and all these things are happening because it's more of us. That's why we always lead in bad fucking numbers. The most people in jail, black. The most violent crimes, black. The most people who got AIDS. It's just all these dumb statistical numbers. It always leads back to black. So that should let you know already. The majority of the world is black. No, it's black. Now even East Asian shit. Them niggas over there, bro. Mm-hmm. you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm not gonna argue that fact, because I'm just learning that the globe that we know as the globe is not even correct. You know what I mean? So
no,
there's a lot of like this crazy, because what Ali said, he said it's like assimilation, and I really am starting to think, because it's like they're fucking with the weather. Like, how do you fuck with the weather? How do you fuck with what God made? You know what I mean? Like, I just don't understand that. It's just a lot, like, you know what I mean? That's why, like, me right now and what I'm going through, and because I'm studying, so I don't have no answers, because I have a lot of questions, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But it's like, I don't know, really, it's driving me kind of insane a little bit.
Really what Ali's saying is, we're not cursed, is what we allow. Is what we allowed to happen. Is that what you're saying?
No. I'm saying that there are, here, I'm gonna go down this Kanye path, okay? Everything we see and hear is manipulated by a very small group of people that all share the same fucking religion. Mm-hmm. And that's just the way it is. And, you know, so they can pick and choose what we see and what we think. You know, right. when you get bombarded with enough bullshit, it becomes central dogma, you know. So, yeah, which way is up? Yeah, they can really screw you up that way. And here we are, you know, we're sitting here talking about our black people cursed, you know, because we think that we're 14% of the population, you know, and where the fuck did that number come from? from the same racist motherfuckers that
From
put us
media.
in a screwed up situation, and then they wanted to fix the problem that they created by coming up with multiple ethnicities and races. It's absolutely ridiculous. We allow other people. We're allowing the wrong people to control the narrative. Is what's happening.
I definitely feel you on that. I remember I was always scared to leave the United States to go other places. You know, they always show the fucked up parts in other countries. But I'm like, man, you go to these places, man. I'm like, it ain't nothing how they showing that shit in the United States and shit. It's like shit, everywhere got a hood and a fucked up place to go to. Some of them countries they don't even work on. They demand it's against the law to work on Sundays and shit like that. And you'd be surprised in other countries how the systems they live off is way much better than what the fuck we got over here and shit like that. But when you control the media, you control the narrative of everything, man. This is why they want.
They make you scared. They make you scared because you're so free over here. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah,
but you're not free. Like, and I hope that everybody is seeing that they're not free. Like Kyrie can't even post shit. He's not free. Kaepernick can't even take me.
He promoted that
We're
shit.
not free.
He just said he shared the link. He told me he promoted that shit. I'm like, that shit crazy. Hey, let me get to this last question, man. I don't know if y'all been keeping up with this investigation. The is it Shanquilla? The girl who went to Mexico with a group of friends, and she was only there 24 hours, ended up dead, and the group she was with came back to the United States. Y'all hear about that?
I just heard about it last night, man. I'm not very familiar with it.
Yeah, man. Group of college friends, they go to Cabo in New Mexico. She was there more than 24 hours. Come to find out, it was about like damn near 8 of them motherfuckers. They getting ready to go out to eat. She get dressed. She butt ass naked, and the girl just fighting on her and shit. And come to find out, the girl who was fighting her wasn't the girl, was a transgender. And so, small little girl, man, beat her ass, and everybody there was watching. But they got one, it's always that one nigga that got a video. Somebody always got a video, and that's how the video got out, and it got sent to somebody else and shit like that. But they told the parents, hey, she not feeling good, and called the parents again a couple hours later. Oh, she getting admitted to the hospital. The autopsy came out. Pretty much her head was detached from her vertebrae and shit, and all other type of goofy shit going on. And so now the Mexican whatever they got, they investigating it, and North Carolina people, police are investigating the shit. You know what I'm saying? So, and like I say, there's about 8 of them, dog. And come to find out, there's more news coming out. It was other people putting licks on her too. Why the she was beating on her ass and shit like that. So just, whoever may hear this, man, sometimes, man, you just don't know who your real friends is and who for you and who ain't with you. Like I have a daughter, man. I be telling her all the time, man, you got to be careful who you going out, and it's no answers. Nobody have no answers why they jumped on her, what was going on and shit like that. But yeah, it just happened in New Mexico. They just buried her on the 19th. On the 19th.
And I'm sorry, and I'm gonna say this because the one thing that I do not agree with is a man putting his hands on a woman like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't care if you think you're a woman, you ain't no motherfucking woman. Especially if she little. Like, what the hell? That's crazy. And that part just stood out to me, so I had to speak on it. But
like I say, I'm gonna get back to it. It's always some bitch shit. Is always got to do with some black folks or some goofy dumb shit, man. I'm like, look at this shit, man. Motherfuckers be so quick to talk about, complain about shit instead of just doing dumb shit. You know what I'm saying? And my whole thing, why I got mad about it is like people don't think before they do shit. Like, damn, this could be your sister. This could be somebody else. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about they were piling on this girl, butt ass naked, bro. She fresh out the shower. They just pounding on her, grabbing her by her neck, slanging on her and shit like that, man. She was only 25 years old, man. 25 years old, man. And she died out there. It wasn't no more 24 hours, they say. and they
I
left her
wonder if
ass.
there was like a hit on her.
Oh yeah, it was an attack. It was some type of attack. It was some type of attack. When y'all get a chance, man, look into that shit, man. Just check that shit. I'm always trying to keep up with updated shit, man. But yeah, that shit fucked up, man.
That just sound like a setup.
Yeah, some type of setup. They don't know. Like I said, the parents nobody ain't giving no answers, but they're gonna have to. And I'm hoping the Mexican police, whatever they got, I hope since it happened there, I hope they bring their ass back down there. Take their ass to Mexico jail and shit. I hope they take
Was it on the news there? Ali?
I don't have a TV. Yeah, I don't. What am I watch the TV for? Yeah, I don't pay attention to this shit. I really don't. Yeah, yeah. I'm seriously. I just heard about it like yesterday. Like Aubrey told me about it. Yeah.
I did want. Oh, sorry. You go ahead. Sorry.
Oh no. I was just saying it should be a PSA out, man. Don't travel with trannies.
I wanted to ask. You had said that and I got what you're saying about the guys should never put their hands on a woman. Do you think that a man should defend himself if a woman hits him?
Yes.
And do you think that a woman should hit a man?
No. I believe if you put your hands on somebody, then yeah, you get your ass beat. You know what I'm saying? Because I've seen women, and I know women that think they can put their hands on a woman, hands on a man, and that they don't have no consequences. That's different. But what I'm talking about is these girl boys that is just fucking women up because they feel like they are a woman and they think that they're equal, and that's not right. It's not right. Never was right. But to me, I believe nobody should be putting their hands on nobody. You know what I mean? We all were raised by our mothers and fathers, and if you grown, we grown. If we can't, even in relationships, if you got to put your hands on me, I got to put my hands on you. We don't need to be together. That's how I feel about that.
Right. I feel. Listen, man, I appreciate y'all fucking with me, man, coming out, man. I just had wanted to tap into this religious shit, man. I learned something from all y'all today, man. I like that. I'm looking to that simulation shit. I'm starting to believe that shit too, man.
Yeah, I seen something like, I don't know exactly where it's at. I'm sorry, I know you're trying to end it, but I don't know exactly where it was at. But the sky it was bright, and they caught it on camera, and then all of a sudden it went dark. You know what I mean? Out of the blue, and I forgot where it was. I don't know if it was over here or in another country. So I think I'm starting to think about all of this, man. There's just so many movies about it. There's so many movies. About
and them white folks always put the truth in some motherfucking movies and shit. I'm trying to believe a little combination between the Matrix and the Hunger Games and shit. You know what I'm saying? when they realized there was a simulation shit and when they were fighting and shit, that shit crazy. But yeah, I appreciate y'all coming out, man. Anything I want to say before we get out of here, man?
Thank you for having me, brother.
Yes, but do you want to tell them how they can find you, or so y'all can get liked, shared, and subscribed?
Oh yeah, nobody watches our channel, but yeah, come on down to the Swivel Room. We're on YouTube, TikTok, swivelroom.com. We drop that 3 PMD podcast every Tuesday, 9 p.m. Come check us out.
100.
Right. Always stay blessed. I'm sorry, Brandon.
No, I was just going to say everybody have a good week. It's Thanksgiving week, so there's a lot to be thankful for. We're still alive after COVID, so just be thankful and grateful.
Yeah,
hey, man, tell them what you got. Hey, tell them what you got going on with your what you were talking to me about, man.
Oh, we're doing a music video coming up.
No, not that, man. With the
I'm about to say, y'all want me to come clap my ass on there?
The counseling thing you got going on, man.
Oh, that. I'm starting to do a relationship. I'm not even gonna say coaching because that's the standard of what they do. Just giving knowledge to the people that have not received the knowledge, and basically, a lot of men are brainwashed. And in order for them to get the girls to have even a level of attraction, you have to get out of that brainwash effect. And because a lot of women aren't even attracted to that level of a mindset of an individual like that who's a brainwash. So I just try to reprogram them to going in the right direction so that they can find the girl that they want. So that's what I'm doing.
Okay, all right.
What you got for us?
If you
Kiki?
find, but if you find an algebra bachelor, like send them my way.
Oh, I got you.
What you got, Kiki?
I'm not. Everybody just stay blessed, and I'm happy that you guys got over COVID. You know what I mean? Y'all are blessed. I just want to tell everybody
It's not
stay
over.
blessed. Keep your head up, and keep a 9 on your hip and a Jimmy on your. Like, okay.
He right. Hey, Kobe coming back with the remix. I just caught that shit for the first time. Shit been here 3 years, but it's not. Appreciate y'all coming on, man. We on every Sunday at 6:30. If you know anybody who wants to be a guest and who like to talk they shit, just send them our way. And if y'all ever need a guest or what y'all got going on, you know, we always able to talk some shit up and shit like that. So I appreciate y'all coming on. Until the next time, y'all be blessed. All right, yo.
All right, cuz. Much love.